Jesus is in the house tonight.
forgive other people, not only for our sake, but also for theirs. Because I think it makes sense to emulate the model that Christ established for us. And it frees us from that torture chain. And the torture, the lack of perceived benefits carrying around that we think will arise when we hold on to that offense and we don't release forgiveness. We think there's some benefits in holding on to it. those benefits are really more illusion than they are fact. They don't really align with reality, but we embrace them because they seem to make sense to us for a while. And even though they're really more illusion, they provide really powerful excuses to not forgive. So let's go through those excuses for not forgiving. Illusion number one is this. If this hadn't happened, you would have had a more perfect life. So I can look at my situation and my place in life right now, and I can blame somebody else for it. If my grandfather hadn't done that to me, my life would have been not as sucky as it is today. Right? And so we do that. We can find events and offenses other people have committed against us. And we say, if they hadn't done that to me, I wouldn't be like this today. That's an illusion and that's a lie. So the truth is, I'm like this today because of choices I've made. I'm like this today because of a series of choices I've made. I am responsible for who I am, not my mother. So it's important to understand why I make the decisions I do. It's important to understand some of the behavior patterns I have, but only for the sake of fixing them if they're unhealthy, and straightening them out if they damage relationships. Not for the sake of justifying continuing patterns of behavior that damage relationships, or justifying a bad state in my life and blaming someone else for it. The truth is, some events in my life weren't my fault. A lot of them are. A lot of the things that have gone wrong in my life are symptoms. I deliberately make bad choices. So sometimes what we do is we think about an offense that's been committed against me, and I don't want to let it go because as long as I hold on to it, I can identify myself as a victim. If I'm a victim, I must be good because the villain was bad. And there are only two positions in life, good and bad. That's a lie. There's a whole bunch of shades of gray in between there, and we're really not victims. We're only victims of I'm choosing this way, right? So, but we have this illusion that as long as we keep the wound open, as long as we keep it sore, we'll keep our defenses up. It's going to be a reminder to us that there are bad people in the world who intend me harm. And as long as I can maintain a level of pain, I'll keep my defenses high, I'll keep looking over my shoulder, and that won't let them hurt me. The truth is, we're just sticking our playing so physically. We're hurting ourselves. It's silly. As long as I'm living with this pain, I'm perpetuating the pain.
We just thank you for your grace, God. That you allow us to come to you the way we are, Lord. Without having to change, we can just come this way and you'll just take it all from us.